I've been doing a lot of talking about aphantasia lately. It's something that I find immensely fascinating. For the record, I do not have aphantasia, but I am around people who have hyperphantasia, and I do not have that. I'm also just generally interested in the human mind and how to learn about it. One thing that I believe I saw somebody say at some point is that when it comes to audio, Fantasia or having a mind's ear. That somebody said that they do not have an internal monologue, but they do hear music in their head. And that made me think that maybe there is a difference between processing words in terms of audio versus music. And so I looked into it and I found something that I think basically confirms that there is something to that. There is a condition that people can typically acquire due to some kind of brain injury called aphasia. There are multiple versions of aphasia, but it's some kind of problem with language. One version of aphasia is where somebody can perfectly understand what they're hearing, but they cannot speak themselves. One of the techniques for treating non-fluent aphasia is music therapy, because it's been found that people who are unable to speak due to aphasia often can still sing. The damage that causes aphasia is typically to the left hemisphere, which is where the main language processing resides, whereas music has a lot going on the right hemisphere as well. They will use music and singing, especially, to help people regain access to their speech through a variety of different techniques, different things with rhythm and pitch, intonation, that basically confirms that somebody could definitely not think in an internal monologue, but they can still potentially hear music in their mind's ear. And this is why I really love learning about all these different things, because everything I learn about the mind is always going to connect to something else that I learn later and lead me to new things to check into and learn about. I hope you enjoy that as much as I do.